Alrighty. Good morning, YouTube and YouTube Shorts. It is profile review time. Let's go. Alright. Noties are out. But here we are, fellas. So, today we do have a time limit. We do have a time limit. We're gonna be doing 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes, 2 hours. Yeah, 2 minutes for real. 2-minute stream real quick. I just thought we'd throw this in here. I'm just gonna review myself and then we're done. For real, for real. Nah, but we got 2-hour time limit today because I do have a ting later. But yo, what's good, Fluggy? What's good, Roach? What's good, Ghost, Pangy, Nathan, Techno, Eoin, Account, Typh, Articuno, Ethan, Monkey, Guinea Pig, Zeno. What's good? What's good? All right. Let's see. I need to press this button, and this button, and this button. Okay, I had already pressed those buttons, and it didn't realize it. Typical. All right, boys. So all you gotta do is send a message, to hopefully, and Nightbot will wake up and start counting people. That is the plan. Did you get sheepskin? I did not. I did record a short though, so that should go up later today. All right, there we go. Yo, what's good, Replays? How's it going, bro? Here we are, here we are. Here we are. Boom. Congrats, Eoin. There you go. What's good, dude? What's your IGN, man? Pretty good, lol. Yeah, bro. How much did you pay for those 5? That's like 25 bucks and bro's getting billions. He got 5 of the skins out of the what? 1,500 that we're giving away today. So that's kind of crazy. Yo, let's go, Grooms. Welcome back, welcome back. 25, nice. Just got 3 skins, so bear that in mind. All right, bro's gonna be dripped out here with the monies. That's like, hopefully like 6 bill worth. Something like that, maybe more. Excuse me. All right, so first review. We have Eon, level 133, and he's going to have, like, so much net worth now. So, let me refresh so it wakes up real quick. But 9-month-old profile of 133. It shows net worth of 4 bill, but he definitely more than doubled that today because he got 3 sheepskins. That is kind of insane. Let me make this window bigger. There we go. All right, cool. But yeah, we're running the Tarantula helmets, of course. And we do have some Necron gear here as well. Let's look at the skills a little bit. So we're Combat 34. Okay, and we're already running Necron. Very nice. Fishing 21. Okay, so we've got all of the Dungeons gear set up. Got some Mastiff here. We got a bit of Final Destination. 14 or 100,000 kills on this. Goodness. And the Armor of Devon as well. We got the Fig gear. So we have access to Terminator right there. And we've got the Atom Split Katana. So we do have duplex on this. And that's generally not going to be the best option. Net worth was 700 mil before. Dang, that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. But yeah, duplex is generally not the best option for starting off right here. Bought a Term, Devon Drill, and Atom Split. Just bought them all. Dang. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so main thing with this, you generally want Soul Eater. So, haven't unlocked the Immense Layer to use Term or Atom Split. Okay, got you. Well, once you start using this Terminator, it's definitely a good idea to get Soul Eater on that. You only really want duplex if you're running M7 as a Burz or an Archer, or if you're running Kudra. That's the only time you're going to want to run duplex over Soul Eater. So, definitely want to swap that over at some point. And then, of course, don't have access for this yet, but we're getting there. Got the Giant Sword, and we do have the Juju that we do have access for right now. But yeah, I mean, with this Final Destination gear, you should be chilling. Although, okay, so we do have this Vorpal. So you could probably run the Vorpal. Wouldn't be a bad idea to put Swarm on this, just to help out a little bit. And like Ender Slayer 6 and Sharpness 6 are pretty cheap to get. That would help too. And of course, Hot Potato Books is a big deal. And that'll help you get access to be able to use the Atom Split. Then you can sell the Vorpal, start using the Atom Split, and then get access to Terminator. And then you're going to be chilling. Big time. Big time chilling. Do I get Racing Helm or Artifact of Control? Focus Magical Power, dude. Focus Magical Power. Yo, what's good, Luke? How's it going today, bro? I don't know, Grooms. It's tough because I mean we do purges, but as long as you're able to play, you know, like if taking month-long breaks, that would be a little iffy. But you know, if you're playing at least once a week, that's fine. That's fine, Grooms. But let's see. So we are at 717 magic power. I definitely would recommend getting this leveled up a bit. Even if you don't have access to like more accessory bag slots, you can always put recoms, you know, on these guys. And enrichments is also a big deal for getting that extra damage in. So would highly recommend getting some more of these epic talismans up to legendary and putting some enrichments on these guys would be a good idea. Going for 800 right now. All right, sounds like a plan. But yeah, I mean, again, we got an epic Ender Dragon pet. Okay, so that's pretty nice. That's not bad at all. So of course, you know, G-Drag's gonna be the big goal at some point. But for right now, before you go too much further in dungeons, you know, of course you're doing the Slayers for E-Man. That'll help you get your combat level up a bit. But it wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's see how the other Slayers are looking. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to just go back and do some of these other Slayers. You know, get Zombie level 8, Spider level 8. Sven at least level 7, something like that. But even getting all these up to level 9 wouldn't be a bad idea because you get a ton of combat XP along the way, and that is going to help you out, you know, with doing a lot more damage in the future. Yo, Elixir with a sub, appreciate it, man. Again, if you are just now tuning in, make sure to drop a like, smash the sub button, and please read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. But make sure to check that out. Ad moment, awkward. But yeah, I was just saying, make sure to do some Slayers, which I mean, of course, we're already talking about doing E-Man, but maybe going back and doing Revs, Spider, Svens, getting those done, just to get your combat level up, because that'll help you deal a lot more damage everywhere, but especially in dungeons as well. So, got the Devon's Drill as well. Yeah, let's check that out. Let's see, or probably have to go to skills here for that. Think that'll work? Yeah, dude, look at this. And he's got the powder coating on there as well. Efficiency 10, compact 10, all that stuff. So we don't have quite the Heart of the Mountain level to have access to the fuel tank and the drill engine yet. So that would, of course, be a big thing to go for at some point. But, yeah, I mean, as far as combat goes, you're set up. As far as mining goes, of course, this is a great setup for that. So we're looking really good. Yo's good, Pre. How's it going, bro? Yo, Reflexes with the sub as well. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, let's go. Let's go. Do. But let's see. What else we got? Oh, I gotta refresh. Awkward. If I get picked, I'll probably be roasted. The power ratios I have is unbelievably bad. I try not to roast people. I do my best. Sometimes if it's people I know, I'll roast them. But other than that, I try to be helpful. Constructive criticism, you know? You know how we do. Might have tripled the net worth today. Let's go. But yeah, so we're cat at 27. So our cat level is very close to our combat level for sure. So you definitely want to again get that combat level up. Yo, Naven with the 77.
77 Danish krona through super chat. Egn N4 Van just came back from a 5-month break.
All right, appreciate it. W's in the chat for Naven. Thank you so much. All right, we'll have Naven's review right after this. Let's move on to minions, see how the minion slots are doing. Okay, so this is definitely a big thing to invest in, which shouldn't take, like, even a percentage out of that money that you got today. Yo, Sad with the sub as well. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go. And thank you guys for all the subs today. We're moving up, getting close to 28K. We're getting very close. But anyways, what was I saying? We do have some minion slots to go for. So we currently have like 15 total minion slots, but it would be very easy to unlock these other minion slots. And of course, a big thing with minion slots is they make money while you're not online. So that's of course a very, very big deal. So they're not very expensive to unlock these first ones as well. Even getting up to like 25 total minion slots probably will cost you like less than 50 mil, I would think. Maybe even less than that, like 25 mil, something like that. Depends on how optimal you go. But like getting all these up to level 11 is very cheap. Getting these guys to level 11 shouldn't be too expensive. A lot of these combat ones like Gas will be a little pricey probably. Slime might be a little pricey, but the mining ones should be pretty chill. Of course, getting things to level 12 is more expensive, but getting all these guys up to level 11 shouldn't cost a ton of money. And it'll unlock you so many slots, you'll be making that money back really quickly. Profile is cooked, not gonna lie. Hey man, if you're rushing dungeons, don't worry, it happens to everybody. It's just what happens when you push dungeons a lot. So no worries. I mean, dungeons makes a lot of money once you get to a good spot. You know, I mean, F7 can make a good chunk of money, so it's not a bad strategy. It just does mean that when you rush for one thing, that you kind of got to backtrack to even it out a little bit later on. But realistically, in the same amount of time, you're doing all the same stuff. It's just a different order. So there's nothing wrong with it. But easy bestiary to get right here, of course, Mushroom Cow, but we're not too close to another bestiary level, so that's another thing you could do for some combat levels is grind out some bestiaries, but nothing too crazy. Collections don't really matter that much. It's just something you can do for Skyblock XP if you really want to, but it's not that big of a deal. Already working on the barb rep and stuff, so that's not bad. Told I gotta work here today. Crazy, Kayla. How you doing? How you doing? This is the way. This is the way. But we do have a little bit of Rift progress, so that's not too bad. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to progress in Rift a little more. But again, you got a lot of things to do. That's just how it is when you're at like level 100. You can do pretty much anything, and it's not a bad move. So it's all good. How are we looking on miscellaneous? I wish they still showed the essence shops in here, but they just show how much essence you have. Again, essence shops are always something nice to go for if you're going for dungeons. There are perks in most of the shops that will help. I think there's a perk in Ice Shop that gives like Mage XP, and then there's one in Spider that gives Archer XP. So a lot of these essence shops will have a class XP boost. So if you're wanting to do a lot of dungeons, it's not a bad idea to max out at least that specific boost. Mirrorverse stands for kills me. Yeah, Mirrorverse stands for is rough, especially if you have high ping. It's real bad out here. Real bad. But yeah, man, this is a very nice profile. I mean, again, that big boost of money that you got today, it's definitely showing, and that will help out a lot. For sure. But any questions before we move on to the next one? Do you review Iron Mans? I do, yes. So Nightbot is going to be randomly choosing today. We do have one review to do here real quick. Give me one moment. Do. Bam. Yes, sir. All right, I think I'm good. Thank you. All right, thank you, Owen. Appreciate it, bro. All righty. So we now have Naven, who again just donated. So appreciate the donation from Naven. And then if we don't get another donation, we'll have a freebie right after this one. Made 35 million profit for the Iron Man profile with my friend from Pig Event. Dang, bro. Man's out here cooking. Holy. Am I trolling? There we go. First try. But yeah, 35 mil profit on Iron Man. Goes crazy. Okay, so we are level 407. Very clean. Let me scroll up so I see IGNs and things. Or not IGNs. Yeah, sorta. There we go. Oh, Nightbot got Madge. Nightbot got real Madge. But let's do this. Okay. So level 407 on a 4-year-old profile, 21 bill net worth. So we do have 100 mil overflow combat XP, 1.7 billion mining XP. Good grief. All right, hold up. Let me see if I can get my mans out of the timeout there. There you go. That should help. That should help. Nightbot getting Madge out here for no reason. SMH. Is Tarantula Helm better choice than going full Necron? Yes, it is. It is. But look at this. We have the Jaded Helmet of Devon with a gemstone skin on it. Very, very clean. And then we've got the whole setup here with Warden dye. Yeah, that's got to be a real clean look right there. And then we have the glossy mineral helmet with the skin for it. And yeah, people in Guild were saying today, it is kind of weird that we don't have a skin for Crown of Avarice yet. I'm curious when that'll happen. We have the Submerged Magma Lord setup right here. Got the OG Ember armor, some Frozen Blaze, a little bit of Fig gear. Very nice, very nice. What is this? This is Titanium Belt. Okay. Got the Ancient Cloak and Titanium Necklace, Dwarven Hand Warmers. There's the Hyperion with 1 Master Star on it. We do also have the Death Ripper Dagger, Halberd of the Shredded, and the Pyro Chaos Dagger as well. And the Spiritual Term with 3 Master Stars, Power 7, Soul Eater 5. And of course, the Daedalus blade. Very clean. Very, very clean. Waiting to drop my locket. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, that one's a grind. Got the Juju right there. Duplex 2 on the Juju. I know a lot of people have been using that to do some extra, like use arrow poison on the blazes to get a little bit extra damage in there. So it's a good strategy to do. We got 1312 magical power, pretty solid. 33 magic find enrichment. So we do have all the enrichments. Rarely see that. So that's really nice. Ooh, he's leveling up the Jade Dragon. Okay, I see you. Yo, what's good, Master Mode? How's it going, bro? Say Tarantula Hump good. Same applies to Primordial Upgrade. Yes. Yep. Primordial Upgrade also. I don't know how much better it makes it. I think it's still worse than a Golden Head, but it would be better than a Tarantula Helmet. But yeah, how much are sheepskins going for? I believe they're going for over $1 bill a piece. Right now, I think 1.5 bill is what I've heard is about the average. Something like that. But it depends on the color. So some of them might be going for $1 bill, some of them might be going for $2 bill. But look at all these skins, dude. We got the Mithril Golem skin right there. We got the Anubis G-Drag skin. Glaciite Golem. I thought this was the new sheep skin for a second. There's an owl pet. Okay, I thought that was a griffin. Very clean. Let's see. I don't think... Oh, wait, there's another one. The Ocelot pet skin. We've got another one for the Bow pet. One for the wolf. Is that Silverfish? Okay, I thought that was Ammonite for a second. Skatha pet skin. That's a cool skin. Check out the inventory. All right, let's see what's in the inventory. What do we got? Yo, there it is, bro. Got one of the yellow sheepskins. Man, those are so cool, man. Those are so cool. I don't know. I haven't paid to win anything. Like, I've been gifted some gems, but I used them all on, like, account upgrades and stuff. So I didn't, like, actually make money off of them. But, yeah, that's really cool, dude. And then, yeah, we've got all the backpacks just vibing in here. Very nice. I'm curious if there's anything hidden in these. Any secrets. Got the trophy fish chilling. That's a lot of Kudra keys. Very nice. Probably going to keep it because it's cool. It is very cool. Again, if y'all are just now tuning in, please make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. Pretty please. Por favor. But yeah, we are forging 36, so I imagine that's why we have the Jade Dragon. We're starting to level it up as we progress through forging. And yeah, look at that Devon's drill right there. Refined. I haven't seen too many people running refined. So that's interesting. Because I run... What's the one that gives... Does it give mining spread, I guess? I don't remember. Whichever one costs glossy minerals. That's the one I've been running. And most of the time I see people running heated. Or auspicious. Don't know what to do, so I'm just going to level my Jade Dragon while doing commissions. Yeah, that's pretty much the main thing to do. For the most part. Yo, what's good, A10? It's been a little bit. How you doing, man? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Refinements for wisdom. Okay, got you. Yeah, so yeah, that explains it. Helping to level the Jade Dragon. Makes sense. But we are at Kata 40 as well. How many F7 comps? Only 3, so we haven't done too many F7s. We've progressed through the master modes, of course. But of course, M7 is going to be a pain on its own. That one is fun. Hit level or hit number 192 on the mining XP leaderboard. Dang, bro. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, Lustrous, that's the one I usually run. Yeah, I forgot about Fleeting. Some people do run Fleeting. That is true, that is true. The skins were hype. Yeah, I recorded a short on it, so I just got to edit that. So I'll probably have that short go up tomorrow. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm pretty busy later, so hopefully I get time to edit it. And a refresh. All right, how we doing on Slayers? All of them fully maxed out. That makes sense. Vamp level 5. We do not have the T5 Vamp comp. I know that one's rough on high ping though, so that one's real tough. But yeah, look at this. Minion slots looking real good. So just missing Heartstone, Snow, Mithril, a little bit of the Slayer ones, and Blaze. So not too many missing. Gassed. But yeah, not enough. I think this is the max minion slots, right? Is 31, I want to say. So that makes sense. Wish I could show my trophy fish right now. Oh dear. Is it a flex or is it like horrifying? Want to show diamond golden fish? Okay, it's flex. It is a flex. Can never be sure with those. Can never be sure. But Bestiary is looking pretty solid, of course. We got the Farming Islands max. I always point those out because they're really chill and very easy to do. But yeah, we got both the factions max as well. Dang, both factions max at level 407 is pretty awesome. And then looking pretty good again on Rifts. Very nice. Once you get up to the mountaintop and have like all of the things done in here, it will be a lot easier to get that T5 comp because the Superman gear helps out quite a bit. Gives some extra mana, some extra health, I believe. So that's also very helpful for getting that stuff done. But yeah, dude, W profile. You'll love to see it. Is there anything I missed? Any flexes that I forgot to mention? Because yeah, I mean, foraging's the main thing to do, I would say, at this point. Suggestion what to after I max foraging. Let's see. Have we done trophy fishing yet? That's always a fun one. That's always a fun one. I didn't check that. I mean, that's an option. You could do trophy fishing, but I mean, dungeons is also another option. We're at Cat 40, so still a lot of progress to be made there. So it's like trophy fishing, foraging, dungeons. I mean, there's always like crop milestones as well, I'm sure. Yeah, I assume the API is just bugging on that, but there's that. I mean, we got the powder more than finished, so there's not really a ton left. Bestiary is an option. Trophy fishing it is, I guess, because dungeons is the worst thing ever. Fair enough, fair enough. Again, if y'all are just now coming in, please make sure to read the pins, comment for how we're doing our reviews. Drop a like on the stream, smash the sub button. And again, thank you to Naven for the dono. Appreciate it, bro. W profile. And we are going to choose another freebie real quick. I don't think I missed anything. Double checking. Because I think we're chilling. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. All right, cool, cool, cool. So again, if y'all haven't already, make sure to type a message if you haven't typed one in the last 5 minutes. But do not spam. If you send the same message multiple times, you'll get timed out, and then you won't get chosen. Because that would be awkward. Excuse me. That would be awkward. All right, I'm going to give everybody a second to do that. We're going to hydrate. Make sure to stay hydrated, fellas. What's your opinion on Dungeon Breaker overall? I think it's great. Personally, I got 0 issues with it. I know people are upset about door skipping. I never door skipped. I don't care. For me personally, feels bad for those guys, but for me, it's just gonna be W's all around. All right, here we go. K2SW, congratulations, bro. What's your IGN, man? Very nice, very nice. Best shard the farm that isn't locked behind heavy requirements or behind 1.21. Maybe ghosts? I don't know. I'm not really too sure. Got hype because skins today. Let's go. How many skins did you drop? Or, because I assume we probably won't see them if they're sold already. But massive W's. Ah, I got you, A10. Yeah, that's rough, man. That's rough. I hope we made a lot of progress in the last 4 months, though. GG's. Got 2 of the reds. Very nice. Okay. So we are on a 2-month-old profile of a 124. We just got 2 of the red skins. So just casual, you know, like 2-3 bill net worth increase right there. We've got the Wither Goggles right here. The Loving Storm Gear. Lava Dyed. Very nice. Got the Implosion Belt and the Molten Setup running. And, oh goodness, Chocolate Dyed Fig Mail. I mean, it does, honestly, it doesn't look too bad. This is like the only set I can get behind chocolate dyeing. This is the only one. Anything else is painful. I don't know what to do now that I have it. All right, let's see if we can give some good advice here. I mean, we've got a pretty, I mean, the storm setup's looking good, and we got the hype, of course, so that definitely means that we should be able to run, what's it called? Run M7, or not M7, F7. F7 pretty reasonably. Of course, Master Mode gets a little tougher. Maybe we can do some M1s or something like that, but those don't make nearly as much money as M7 anyways, so let me refresh. How much you think the new skins will be worth? I mean, it just depends on how long you wait. The longer you wait, the more they'll go up. So that, of course, is a big deal. Okay, number 1, I would highly recommend getting your magic power up. For sure. So, if you haven't already, there is the accessory bag upgrades you can get from the community center. There's accessory bag upgrades you can get from the NPC in the redstone section of the deep caverns. And there's accessory bag upgrades you can get from the redstone collection. So those are the 3 ways to do it for free / very cheap. And you can also get, there's an attribute for it. So you can also do that. That gives accessory bag slots. But other than those 4 options, the only other option is Jacobus. And Jacobus is a pain. I know, he's very expensive. But the thing is, magical power is expensive for a reason. It's because it's worth it. It is very, very worth it. So even though it's expensive, it is definitely worth doing. Of course, enrichments are something to worry about at a later date. I would really not focus on these too much until you get up to like 750 magical power. But I would highly recommend increasing your magical power. If you don't know what talismans to go for, the best way to do that is if you're in the Discord, in my Discord, or somebody else's Discord that has the Sky Helper bot, you can do /missing and be able to see what your cheapest talisman options / upgrades are. But yo, fun with the sub, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Again, if y'all haven't already, make sure to subscribe, read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews as well. But yeah, definitely, like, this is very low magical power to have for having a Hyperion, which Hyperion is, it's a very good weapon, don't get me wrong, but the problem with Hyperion is it is overhyped, no pun intended. It's a very good weapon. It lets you do a lot of things easier, and it does let you get access to Kudra, but the thing is, it doesn't let you get access to Kudra by itself. You also got to have good magical power, you got to have good pets, you got to have good armor, all this other stuff. So it is a very good weapon. It mainly, that's the main thing it unlocks access to, though, is Kudra. So, and I don't think we quite have the combat levels and other things to be able to do that right now. So one thing you could do with it is, again, you can run F7s and run F5s. So I would just run those for money as you get your magical power up and as you start getting your combat level up. And again, another good way to get combat levels up would be by doing some Slayers, but again, Hype doesn't really help with doing those. Also, would highly recommend, if you do go for Slayers, to get Spider and Wolf level 6, because that will unlock access to Auto Slayer, which will mean that you can just start a Slayer the second the last one ends without having to call Maddox. It'll automatically start another one for you. So that'll make it much easier to get these Slayers leveled up in the future, and even getting E-Man at some point to get Terminator. So, which, I mean, again, with Hype, you can probably handle E-Man quite a bit easier as well. But you will need something to handle the hits phase, and also you will need a lot of defense and other things. So right now, I would focus on getting the magical power up, and as far as grinding, I would probably try and go for some of these Slayer levels to get your combat level up. That is my personal recommendation at the moment. But how are we doing pets-wise? We got a sheep pet, so that's, of course, a very good weapon, or a very good pet to use with a Hyperion. So that is a very good thing to do. Yeah, we got another storm set in here as well. Very nice. What else we got? How's the skills looking? Let's take a look-see. Yo, what's good, replay? Not replays. Replay's been here. What's good, Celeste? How's it going, bro? Y'all thinking about the monster sheep skin? It hasn't sold out yet, right? I know the other one sold out in like 2 seconds. It was just instantly gone. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Okay, so we haven't done too much mining, then we won't focus on that too much for right now. We're definitely like combat leaning at the moment, but that, again, that's not like the worst thing in the world. We've got the gear to handle most things, so we should be all right. I'm sorry, Celeste. I'm sorry, bro. Again, if y'all are just now tuning in, please make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. Another good thing to invest in here would definitely be getting some minions. So we do already have a level 12 melon minion, but even just getting like these other ones, like up to level 4 or level 5 or 7, something like that. You don't have to fully max them out, but just getting them leveled up will help you make a lot more money from even just being offline. So minions are always making you money even when you're not playing. So that's the nice part. If you ever have to take a break or do something, you know, you start playing a different game that you've been really enjoying. Generally, what happens a lot is people will play Skyblock for a while, and then you get bored and you go move on, and then you always come back. People always come back to Skyblock. So even if that does happen, you'll have your minions working, and maybe they'll save you up 100 mil or so in the time that you're gone, depending on how long you're gone. So it's always a good idea to invest in minions for sure. Might be a play replays, but I'm gonna be on mage soon though, you know? So I don't know if it is the move. But bestiary wise, let's see how we're doing. Refresh. Wild, Kayla. Wild. Some easy bestiaries to do, again, would be these guys right here. With Hyperion, you can get bestiaries done pretty easily as well, a lot of times. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to even just like run around with Hype in the Spider's Den and clear out some of these guys, get your bestiary up for those. But farming out in bestiary takes very little time. It's very easy to do. So I would definitely recommend doing those. That'll get you close to another bestiary milestone. And again, every bestiary milestone is 1,000,000 XP for combat. So that will help you level that up really, really quickly, especially with a Hyperion to help you breeze through those. So that wouldn't be a bad idea to do as well. Like, you don't want to fully max out every single bestiary in the game, but just going for some of the easier ones, you know, like, again, the spider ones don't take too long to get these guys up. And especially if you're doing it, like, while you're doing a Slayer, like, those disappear. They just get done so quickly. So, again, not a bad idea to do that. Collections-wise, again, collections don't really matter. We're not going to focus on that too much. What else we got? We got the rep right here. So again, Kudra is a good money method to do with Hyperion. You can do T1 Kudra generally with a hype, but again, we'll want some more magic power before we do that. But while we're grinding up the magic power and stuff, it would not be a bad idea to work on the mage reputation, so that by the time you have the magical power, you can just instantly jump into Kudra. But yeah, let's see what else. Rift, dang. Okay, so we got quite a bit of progress in Rift. Let's go. Yo, Ninja with the sub as well. Thank you so much. Again, if you are just now tuning in, please make sure to read the pinned comment, drop a like on the stream, and smash the sub button. We're closing in on 28,000 subscribers. We're getting very close. But yeah, Rifts, we've already got quite a bit of progress in there. So doing more progress in Rift is never a bad idea. It really isn't. There's always good money methods. Plus, you unlock access to some more talismans as you progress through it. So that's always nice as well. Good way to get some talismans done without having to invest a bunch of money. It's just time investment is really all it is. But it's worth it. It is very worth it. And again, there's some good perks in Essence shops. Like there's the ones for dungeons in Ice, Spider, Diamond, Gold, Dragon. Hold up, give me a second. All right, yo, Tika with the sub as well. Appreciate it, man. Thank you kindly. Did you get a sheepskin in the fire sale? I did not. I did not. But I did record how quickly it sold out. So don't worry, there will be a short on it at some point. Are you ever gonna start accepting gifts, or is it completely against the rules? I don't think it's like fully against the rules to accept contraband. Giveaways are kind of against the rules now, but for me personally, I just don't want to. It's just less fun, so I don't like to do it. But yeah, I mean, again, getting a ton of coins and going for hype is not the worst thing in the world, but there is definitely some other progress to be made before you can really see the money methods options that it unlocks, you know. So again, magical power is definitely a very big deal, and combat levels are a very big deal. So I would mainly focus on those two things. And I mean, again, you can probably already do F7 and F5 very easily with a Hyperion. So it's not a bad idea to do those to grind out some more money if you end up needing more for more magical power and other things. But yeah, I mean, getting a hype this early is definitely an advantage. For sure, for sure. Been doing my daily free rifts every day. Gotcha. Yeah, so that's a good way to do it for sure. As well, not having to invest too much money into it. Just spent my G-Drag bank for a sheepskin. I mean, it may pay off. Honestly, even in a week, they could be worth hundreds of millions more. Who knows? F5 or F6 better for money? F5. Like F6, you can make a big chunk of money on occasion, but F5, you pretty much make 1,000,000 coins every run on average. So It's much better. Blaze still one of the best money making methods. Yeah, Blaze is still on top. For sure, for sure. But yeah, W profile from K2. Any questions or anything before we move on to the next one? Again, I just did it, but make sure to stay hydrated. Can never have too much water. Unless you drown. Then I guess you can. That got dark real quick. But yo, alright, thank you K2, appreciate it, bro. Alright fellas, if you haven't already, make sure to type a message. If you haven't typed in the last 5 minutes, do not spam or you'll get timed out. It will happen. So we'll give everybody a second to sign up. Bum, 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 bum. Hit the like button. True. Make sure to drop a like on the stream as well. It is not confirmed to increase your odds of getting a profile review, but it's also not confirmed. So there you go. Blaze the goat, I can't lie. Yeah, Blaze is real nice. It's real nice. All right, here we go. Yo, Lax, congratulations, dude. What's your IGN, man? I feel like I should remember this, but I'm terrible about remembering things. I liked and got it, so it is confirmed. There you go. Yeah, I saw that. Carly GG. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, that before Dungeon Breaker is pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Alrighty, let's see. Unfortunately, I left playing SkyBlock LOL, just came to chill. Alright, is there anyone you'd like us to review or you want me to reroll? Is there anybody in particular? Why am I in the recent searches? Because I needed to check how bad your magical power was. You know. Reroll. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Boom. Witherman 640. Congratulations. Congratulations. At least try before the awful update. You mean the goated update? The most goated update of all time? Isn't rep time based? Yeah, like barb rep, it do be time based. You can only do so much per day. All right. We have AJ Smithers right here. There it is. Let's see. Let me refresh. Barb rep is faster than mage rep. That is true. That is true. Dungeon Breaker release date confirmed. It is not. No. All right, here we go. Level 315 on a year-old profile. 11 build net worth. Looking pretty good. We got 200 mil in the bank. Combat 56, Alch 50, Enchanting 60, Carpentry 50. Looking pretty solid. We do have the Golden Necron head, and we have a Skeleton Master chestplate. Very clean. 2 Master Stars. We've got the Necron leggings and the Maxor boots, and both of these are lava dyed as well. Very clean. And we also have the glossy mineral setup in here. Got the storm set. Fiery Crimson with Sunset dye on the chest plate. I don't even know if I know what that dye is. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if I've seen that one. Got the Goldor boots, or Goldor setup, I mean, and the Reaper mask, of course. As well as the Jaded Divan armor, Ice Cold 4 on the whole setup. Very nice. And we have Canopy gear, Golden Satan mask, Adaptive set, Mineral. A Mineral and a Glossy Mineral. You don't see that one too much. Yo, alright with the T1 member. W's in the chat, boys. Alright, we might have to, I keep saying this. We might have to dye an armor set soon, dude. It might have to happen. It may have to happen. But let's go. Alright, with the T1 member. Thank you so much, man. Again, T1 members get access to our members-only videos, like Q&A videos and things like that. And also access to all the emotes. So let's go. Very, very nice. Thank you so much, dude. But let's see what else we got in here. We got the fairy setup as well. Gotta have that for the fairy soul grind for real. Okay, so we do have a Terminator with 5 Master Stars, and we do have Duplex 5 on it. And we got the Heroic Hyperion, Chimera 2 fragged Daedalus Blade, and the Fabled Atom Split Katana as well. So main thing for this that I'm noticing, again, duplex is very good if you're doing Kudra, if you're doing M7 as an archer, or M7 as a burst. Those are kind of the only 3 places that we really want to use duplex over Soul Eater, generally. Well, let's go. Member for a month. W's in the chat. Thank you so much. All right, appreciate it, bro. But yeah, let's see. Are we doing... Let's check. Are we doing M7? So we are capped at 37. And we have a comp, but I don't think we're officially really running that. How about Kudra? We running Kudra? All right, we're doing it. We've done some hot, we've done some fiery. So, I mean, if that's what you're running for the most part, then that's fair. But generally, for the dungeons grind, I don't think we're quite strong enough to be able to run M7 consistently. So, generally for these other floors, you're going to want a Soul Eater in that case. Thought it was better everywhere. So, thing is, generally, again, the places you're going to use Terminator, it would be better for like dragons and stuff if you do dragons. So, probably better in that scenario. But, again, the main place Terminator is used is Master Mode Dungeons. And it is a lot harder to clear out the rooms with a duplex turn because it does so much less damage. Just have to hit mobs so many more times. Until you get to like a ton of magical power, a ton of attributes, a ton of kata levels, etc. So generally you're going to want Soul Eater for dungeons until you get to M7 as an archer or a burst. That is the only time you really want duplex as far as dungeons goes. But yeah, again, if you guys are just now tuning in, please make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. Make sure to drop a like on the stream, smash the sub button, all that good stuff. But let's see how we doing on pets right here. Pet's looking pretty solid. We've got the black cat pet, of course, good magic find pet. Oh, we got a Skatha pet too. All right, I see you. Very, very nice. How we looking in the inventory? Oh snap! Oh snap! Look what he's got, boys. Yeah, I mean, this is the one I've seen all day, is yellow sheepskin. A lot of people got the yellows, apparently. It do got the yellows. But we also have the skills. How are we looking at here? We got the 655. We've got the Jasper drill as well. And we have the mithril powder, gemstone powder. So it wouldn't be a bad idea as far as mining is concerned to do some more mithril powder grinding at some point. Before you go too much into the glaciite tunnels. Because having that extra mithril powder gives a ton of mining fortune, mining speed, which will help you get those commissions done a lot faster. So, gonna get G-Drag soon? Alright, sounds like a plan. Yeah, that one, that'll be very helpful for doing Master Mode as well. For sure, for sure. What's the thing with the sheep pet skin? So, sheep pets, they dropped out a new, very small batch of sheep pet skins today. So, that was pretty nice. Yo, Zom with the 3 months. Let's go. Yellow is the best color after all. I'm personally I'm an orange man. I like orange, but out of those options, I think there was an orange sheep pet skin, wasn't there? But other than that, I can vibe with yellow. Yellow's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But let's go to Slayers. How are we looking in the Slayer department? Refresh. Wait for it. Wait for it. There was an orange too. Okay, I thought so. Okay, so we have E-Man 7, Blaze 3, Wolf 7, and all the others are done. Very clean. I know, again, T5 is hard on Vamp Slayer. T5 is rough. So, again, wouldn't be a bad idea to level up some of these, because that will help you get your combat level up to max pretty easily. Just going for E-Man 9 alone would probably be enough, but not a bad idea to go for the others as well. Yo, Reno with a sub as well. Thank you so much. Again, boys, smash the sub button, closing in on 30K. Let's go. But again, if y'all just now tuning in, please read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews. Drop a like on the stream. Helps out a bunch. How's the minions looking? Okay, minions pretty good. We've got 30 total slots, so it's going to cost a lot of money to unlock the next slot, so not really any worries there. It's a good thing to do, you know, eventually, but no time soon is that going to be, like, the main priority. But speaking of bestiaries, this would be an easy bestiary to do. Mushroom Cows doesn't take long at all. Only need 200 total kills, so 170 kills. Already got a Hyperion, can do that in like 5 minutes. Be very, very easy. YouTube rank soon, hopefully. If we can get up to 30K soon, that would be nice. That'd be very nice. I mean, again, foraging is also an option to do. I haven't really talked about that too much today. It doesn't make a ton of money right now, but it's a good idea to do it before they come out with the second island. So just going ahead and having that prepared isn't a bad idea. But yeah, we've got all the gear now, which I don't know if you've tried doing T5 Vamp. It's still very difficult even after having the Superman setup, or the Wizard Man setup. But it's a lot easier than it would have been before still. So it may take, you know, multiple attempts. Might be an hour of attempts before you can get a T5 comp, but it's worth a shot at least, right? So close to beating one. Yeah, they're tough. I went back and tried to do some not too long ago, and I was so rusty, man. I don't think I got one, and I just ended up swapping back down to T4s just to see if I could still handle at least a T4. Skill issued old self finally got a T3 E-Man kill. Hey, let's go. E-mans are tough, bro. Having to worry about beacons is a whole nother ball game. But yeah, very nice profile. Very, very clean. We are not in a bad place at all. I don't think I looked at this earlier, but 1200 magical power is very nice. Very nice spot to be. So yeah, no complaints really. Any questions or anything before we move on to the next one? As always, make sure to stay hydrated. But yes, this is SkyCrypt is the website we're looking at today. But again, if y'all just now tuning in, make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. Thanks, that's all good. All right, appreciate you, Witherman. W-mans. All right. Make sure to send a message, boys. I don't think we have any... I think we're good. Yep, we're good. We are caught up still. Let's see. So again, we are going to be doing kind of a shorter stream today. I got another hour to go, and that is going to be all for today. So we'll try and get as many in as we can here.
As a child, I yearned
Yo,
for
Chappy
mine.
with the sub as well. Appreciate it, dude. Real quick, while we're letting everybody type in real fast. Let's see. How we looking right now? All right, up to 27.7. We just hit 27.7k subs. Appreciate it, boys. Let's go. And that is an IGN. Mommy, do not look. Congratulations. What's your IGN on SkyBlock? Are you Iron Man? I am not an Iron Man. No, I play on a classic profile. All right, totally different in-game name. Fire name for real, for real, for real. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Getting close to YouTube rank. We are getting very close. Yo, we got the Boostfer skin going on. It's like neon Boostfer. Level 150 on a 2-year-old profile. 3.5 bill net worth. We've got the Storm setup right here. Got one Master Star Legion. So there's like a LCM setup right here. Excuse me. Got the shiny helmet. Also the Wither goggles and the RCM Storm setup. So are we running it looks like we're running it. We've got the 3 Master Stars on the Claymore Soul Eater, so we're doing LCM in lower Master Mode, I imagine. Combat 46, Enchanting 60, very nice. I gotta do my experiments at some point today. It's gonna have to happen. But we have 773 magical power. Very, very nice. That is a little bit low, though, I would say, personally, for having a Hyperion. I usually recommend having 1,000 before you get a Hype, but if you've got high enough Kata level, then it doesn't matter too much if all you're running is dungeons anyways, so not that big of a deal. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. We've got the AOTV, of course. Got the Rogue Sword, Zombie Sword, Jerry Sheen Gun. It's looking like we're in the F7 business to me. Yo, Ryan with the sub, appreciate it. Again, boys, closing in on 28 and 30,000. Let's go. Necron Blade is #1 priority in SkyBlock. Real and true. Real and true. It's not real and true. But we do have a little bit done with mining, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so we are at Kata 41. So we have been running a little bit of Master Mode. We do have, of course, the M7 comp, and we are running F5 right, or M5 right now, which, again, Cat of 41 should be chilling on that floor, but some combat levels will definitely help. Some magic power would definitely help with doing a little bit more damage. But when you got the whole party, as long as you're able to clear, the whole party should be able to kill the boss pretty easily. M5's not that big of a challenge, to be honest. All right, moving on. What else we got? We have some minions to work on for sure, so definitely would recommend investing in some of these lower level minions. Yo, Ryan and Chappie.
Choppy donated 40 Israeli new shekels through Super Chat.
Let's go.
Hey, love the content. I started playing 1 month ago with no knowledge about the game. Can you tell me if I'm okay and what should I focus on? Hopefully rank soon. Choppy 999.
Alrighty, let's go.
Ryan Kelly donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Ryan 1988555 Review Plaza.
I love how he pronounces that. All right, thank you boys for the donos. All right, we will have some paid reviews to do right after this. So again, some minions would be a good idea to invest in. And bestiary wise, as always, these are some very easy bestiaries to do, which would definitely get you enough to get to your next bestiary milestone and get close to another combat level. So would highly recommend doing those for sure.
As a child, I yearned
and
for
yo, Mowbray with the sub as well. Thank you so much for closing in. Got a little bit of rep done. And how's Rift looking? We've done a decent amount of Rift as well. So again, always progressing in Rift is a good idea. Getting some extra talismans is always nice. But yeah, man, looking good for the M5 grind. Not too shabby. But again, thank you guys for the donos. We're gonna have Chappie's up first, and then we'll have Ryan's right after that, just because that's the order that I got picked up in. So I presume that was like pretty much at the same time those donos got sent out. So thank you guys, appreciate it. But yeah, any questions before we move on? Mr. Dallas, I believe that is the gist. I mean, again, Fairy Souls is always a good thing to go for as well. It's just some free SkyBlock XP and some backpack space, but not too big of an idea. Yoink. What do I do to get more damage easily? So again, some combat levels and some accessories. That's what I would recommend. How are the pets looking again? I mean, getting a good pet would be another good step, like a lion pet. I don't know actually. For LCM chat, what pets get used? E-Drag, yeah, E-Drag would be fine. That would be fine for sure. I think that would be like second best compared to G-Drag. Of course, G-Drag would be ideal, but you know, G-Drags are mad expensive. So E-Drags have dropped a decent amount in price recently because they are a lot more common to drop from killing dragons. So that wouldn't be a bad idea at all. But yeah, very nice profile from Dallas. And let's go ahead and do Chappie's real quick. I think, did I copy it already? Let's see. I did not. Wrong thing. Yoink. Let's read the message again. Love the content. Started playing a month ago with no knowledge about the game. Can you tell me if I'm okay and what should I focus on? Hopefully YouTube ranks soon. Appreciate it, dude. Dang, level 167 in a month. Looking real nice. Is this like a Batman style skin? I like it. 700 mil net worth in a month and nearly level 200 is crazy. Yo, 32 with a sub, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Again, if y'all just now tuning in, make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. And let's see. I think I'm caught up. I believe so. Is there a way to check which of the miscellaneous fairy souls are needed? I don't think so. I don't think so. There may be a bot or something, but none that I'm aware of personally. So I apologize. I wish I knew of some better ones. But let's see. We do have, let's start off with the start. Back to the gear real quick. Refresh. But yeah, I mean, looking as far as the skills go, we're looking pretty balanced. Generally, fishing is going to be a lower skill because it takes a while to get the combat gear to actually be able to handle the higher fishing mobs. So fishing 20 is a good place to be at for sure. But we are combat 32, foraging 34, which is valid. Foraging update just came out, so pushing that a little bit is fine. Farming 44 is good. Generally, you want to do farming pretty early on because that makes a good chunk of money in the early game. But we do have Shadow Assassin gear right here. Also got the Fig set up. We do have Fermento as well, and the Biohazard gear too. So looking really good there. Got the Diver set and the Sponge set, as well as Mineral gear. And as far as weaponry goes, we do have a Bouquet of Lies, I'd say, is our main weapon for right now. How's the magic power looking? 500, pretty solid, pretty solid. How about pets? We do have a legendary tiger. This is a very good combat pet to have early game, so this is a big deal. Highly recommend having either this or a legendary lion early on. So that is a very good pet to have for sure. Very clean, very clean. How's the inventory? All right, looks like we're running some Dugans right now. Of course, using the Bouquet of Lies. Very valid. Very, very valid. But how's the skills looking? Not too shabby, not too shabby. Again, as far as mining goes, of course, getting to Heart of the Mountain 7 is generally the first big goal. Once you've done that, you can swap over to the powder grind. And you generally want to go for like 20 million gemstone and like 8 million mithril, somewhere around there. And then you can go for Heart of the Mountain tier 10 and then pushing for glaciite powder, and you kind of just passively get that. All right, have a good one, Carly. Appreciate you. So that's generally the mining progression. But we do currently have the mithril drill, so that'll be, of course, very nice to use. It does give the 20% extra mithril powder, so it's good to hold on to that until you do the mithril powder grind, and then you can sell it after you're done with that. But that's a good place to be. Let me double check this. Yep, I think we're good. I think we're good. Making sure I'm not missing anything too much here. Yo, Howitzer with a sub. Appreciate it, bro. Again, fellas, if you're just now tuning in, make sure to read the pinned comment, drop a like on the stream, and subscribe. Closing in on 30k subs for the red name. Getting very close. But we do have our F6 comp, and we are cat of 21 at the moment, so not too shabby. Main thing that I would say to focus on now is kind of taking a break from dungeons, because you generally don't want your cat level to be too close to your combat level. Usually, like ideally, when you're first starting out, it's a good idea to kind of put dungeons off for a little bit. You can push it up to around F5, F6, which is kind of where you're at right now. That's solid. And then you kind of want to take a break, go do Slayers for a little bit, get your combat levels up, and get access to a YoGoU short bow. So that is the next big step, I would say. Of course, you want to get Sven level 6, so you unlock Auto Slayer first. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to push these 3 Slayers up to like level 7, because that'll get you even more combat XP. And then you can start pushing for E-Man level 5 and go for a YoGoU. Generally, you want to have YoGoU around like combat 40 and like 500 magical power, which again, we already have the magical power. So your magical power is looking very strong. But I would just recommend kind of getting your combat level up through Slayers a little bit. It's kind of just a win-win situation right there to be leveling up your Slayers as you're getting your combat levels. And then you'll get a much easier time when you're trying to do E-Man. And a good setup to start doing E-Man as well. We do have Shadow Assassin, so this is nice. This is a good place to be. But you would also want to get a Reaper Mask, which you do unlock from doing Rev level 7. So once you get Rev 7, you can make a Reaper Mask, use that with your Shadow Assassin gear, and you should be able to handle a tier 2 E-Man. You grind T2 E-Man until you get to Enderman level 4, and then you can start getting Final Destination armor, leveling that up, and then you use the Final Destination once it's got enough kills on it to start handling tier 3 E-Man and eventually tier 4 E-Man until you're up to E-Man level 5. That's generally the best way to do it. It does take a while to grind it out, of course. It is a tough Slayer, but it is worth it. The YoGoU is very, very worth it. What equipment for E-Man T4? Let's see. Generally, I mean, of course, having the Magic Find stuff like the Rift Necklace and the David's Cloak, those are very good. Primordial Belt, of course, would be ideal. But if you don't have access to those options, then just honestly using the Ender equipment is not a bad idea, because the stats do get doubled while you're on the End Island. So if you've got a good Reforge on those, then that will work fine. It's not too bad of a grind. But again, if you are just now coming in, make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. I can kill 100 T3 E-Man if you don't want to spend too much money. Yeah, that'll work. But even just taking a break and using the Bouquet of Lies to grind out some E-Man kills yourself also isn't a bad idea, because while you're killing 9k health E-Man, you can also have the chance to drop a legendary Enderman pet, which sells for a decent chunk of coins, so it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. Oh, Nightbot got match. Here, I will assist. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend buying carries. I know a lot of people say buy carries. It is generally not worth it, because the money that you spent on carries would have better been spent on upgrades. Because most of the time, if you're buying carries to get to a Juju short bow, because you can't handle E-Man, then you're probably not going to do that much damage with the Juju anyways. And the whole point of having a Juju is to do a bunch of damage. So, kind of want to wait. Got any sheepskins? I did not get any, no. I just watched as the fire sale sold out in a split second. It was kind of hilarious. But doing some minion upgrades, you know, Blaze and Gas wouldn't be a bad idea to get those. But we're 27 slots away from our next slot, so it's not that big of a deal because it's going to be pretty expensive, I imagine. Diamonds, Coal, Glowstone, those wouldn't be too bad. And I mean, if you do go for some crop milestones or something with Garden, then you can level up, excuse me, their respective minions very, very easily. So it's not a bad idea to go for another minion slot, but you're in a pretty good spot where you're at. Again, farming on a bestiary is super easy to do, so would highly recommend doing that. That's just an easy way to get 1,000,000 XP towards your, or to get a chunk of bestiary towards your next 1,000,000 XP milestone. So it's not a bad idea to do those. Collections don't matter too much. Rep would be a good idea to go for at some point, but for where you're at right now, it's not a big deal at all, because you really don't need rep until you get a Hyperion. So wouldn't recommend worrying about that too much. What else? Rift. I mean, again, Rift is always a good thing to do because it does give a bunch of talismans as you progress through it. So always a good way to get some more magical power. And it does have money methods in it, but I think you're at a stage in the game where that's not too much of an issue right now. You've got the gear to be able to do F5 at least. F5 makes pretty solid money, so you're in a good spot. Yeah, but I think that's the gist. Before you do E-Man Slayer, though, there is a perk in Gold Essence Shop that gives Vitality, which means you'll heal more. So definitely want to get that. That is a very big deal to get that one. But yeah, man, I think that's the gist of it. Any questions from Chappie? Again, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate it very much. W Mans. And we will have Ryan up next. Let me go ahead and copy his name real quick. But again, if you are just now tuning in, make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews. And we will have a free review right after Ryan's review right here. But yeah, no problem, Chappie. Again, for a month-old profile. This is a level 167, nearly a bill net worth on a month-old profile. That is super duper impressive. So very, very clean. But let's see if we can get Ryan's profile in here. And he just said review, please. So I got you. Let me see what his profile picture looks like so I don't miss any messages. There we are. I should be memorized here. I think we're good. All right, so we are level 51 on an 11-day-old profile. Okay, is this the right one? We are on an Iron Man on an 11-day-old profile. That's kind of crazy. Level 50 in 11 days. 200 mil net worth. Off rip. Bro is kind of cooking, low key. Kind of cooking. But we are mining 24, foraging 22, combat 18 in a week and a half. Yeah, for 11 days, this is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. I already got the squash gear and the rancher's boots. We got the snorkeling set. We got the farm suit, glaciite setup, canopy gear, and the Arachne with the spooky helmet, running the spooky helmet. As far as weaponry goes, we don't have too much to choose from. We do have a hypercleaver. Hypercleaver's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. How's the accessories looking? 61 magical power. Fair enough. It does seem like we're focusing on the money making. We do have farming 38. So I didn't even notice that. Farming 38. That's a big deal. I'm trying not to sneeze right now. I'm trying very hard. I think I'm good. I think we're good. Okay, but let's see. How's the pets looking? We do have 4 unique pets. We do have the legendary chicken right now. Gives farming fortune while on public islands, eh? Fair enough. We also have a rabbit pet chilling. So of course, good pets to go for early on with farming. I mean, elephant is by far like the best one to go for super early on, but mushroom cow is also pretty good once you get access to that one. But that takes a little bit to get access to on Iron Man, and of course, to get elephant pet, you got to have a Ringo come around. So it is kind of rough pickings, to be fair. So I imagine we're leveling up the rabbit pet a little bit. I mean, we've already got him to uncommon through cat, so kind of doing that to help get the farm levels up. But low key, by the time you get him up to legendary, you might already be farming 60 and not even need it anymore. So we'll just have to see. But let's see. We've got the inventory. I might have to refresh. It might have to happen. Low key. Speed running Hypixel for real, for real. All right, here I'm gonna refresh, see if it works. There we go. Okay, yeah. So we've got the agronomy sacks just chilling right there. Got the vacuum. Got a bunch of Jacob's tickets already, and we do have a fungi cutter, which fungi is the best thing to grind if you're going for levels. So that's a good idea. Oh goodness. Yeah, that's a rough shot to be, Ryan. No worries, bro. Yeah, that's no fun at all. No fun at all. But yeah, just complimenting you, because 11 days, level 51 is pretty crazy. My man's a grinder. My man is a grinder. But we do have a little bit of powder as well already, so we've been working a little bit in the mines, of course. So, of course, as always, the main thing to do for Heart of the Mountain early, I mean, not early, but just like big steps, is Heart of the Mountain tier 7, powder grind to 20 mil gemstone powder and 8 mil mithril powder. Heart of the Mountain tier 10, and then the glaciate powder comes in kind of passively. Meant the other account? Oh, okay. Let's see. So we got the peach. Do that one. Got you. That is not how you say fungi. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, let's see what we got here. Level 158, 4-year-old profile, 8 bill net worth. Here we go. We also have the mossy fermento set up in here, so also on the farming grind. Very nice. And dang, he's almost caught up to his farming level on the new profile. That is kind of crazy. We also have the dimensional Armor of Divine, fully perfect, and recoms. Looking real nice up in here. Also got the Wither set up. 3 Master Stars on the boots. We've got the Hyperion. And we have the Juju. Yo, Howitzer with the 100.
120 donated 100 Norwegian kroner through Super Chat.
Thank you so much, dude. W's in the chat for Howitzer, man. I appreciate it very much. Thank you kindly. Norwegian currency. I don't know if I've ever seen that, to be honest, but thank you so much. W Mans. Does this count as skip? That does count as skip. Yes, I got you. We are going to do a free review after this one, just because it's been 2 profiles since we did a freebie, so we'll do a free review after this one, and then we'll have your profile right after that, Howie, okay? I believe that is the plan. But let's see. How's the magic power looking? 514 magic power, so generally, it's a good idea. I usually recommend 1,000 magical power before going for a Hyperion, so this would definitely be a good step to go on. And of course, combat levels are a very big deal as well, so would highly recommend grinding out some combat XP. How's the pets looking? Let's see what we got. English. But again, if y'all just now tuning in, please read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. We do have the Glaciate Golem and a Scathapet, and there's the G-Drag leveling him up. He's level 64 right now. Very nice, very nice. How's the inventory looking? Buy a lot of booster cookies? Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely a good boost. Oh, we got some ultimate blue whale skins up in here. I think these ones were out like last week or the week before. Whatever the last fire sale was before sheep. So they're pretty recent as well. And we do also have the Lustrous Divan's Drill. Looking real nice in here. I mean, the only thing that's missing out of this would be the drill engine, I think. Just make sure it's not in one of the others. There's a ruby polished in the mithril drill, so looks like we're just lending it over for a little bit. Because it does look like we're on the powder grind, which is fair enough. Definitely worth doing. 100%. 100%. The fire sale bugged out a bit. What does that mean, Slayer? What does that mean? Did they accidentally sell like duplicates or something? That would be awkward. That would be kind of awkward. I did not say that, NT. I said free reviews were tomorrow, and you would have an option. Read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews. Papega. Apparently, there's more than 250 of each skin. Not much more, but still, bruh. Bruh. Heard there were some guys with 12 green sheep skins that got banned. Say that 3 times fast. That is wild. Did they like dupe them somehow or something? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. But we are Kata 24. So we do have access. I mean, of course, we have to have done our F7 comp to be able to have access to Hyperion. Fair enough. Okay, so we haven't done too much Slayers. So again, this would be a good way to get your combat levels up, is by grinding out some Slayers. Getting up to zombie level 7. Or even, honestly, getting all these guys up to level 8 or even 9 would be a great idea, just to get some combat XP. Plus, you know, making progress in those, because having the extra spider level 8 gives 50% alchemy XP boost. So next time Derpy comes around, you can max out alchemy XP for a bit cheaper. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Let me refresh. But again, if you are just now tuning in, please read the pinned comment. We will have a free review right after this. Nightbot will pick somebody. And then we've got another paid review after that. You're able to buy more than the limit because too many people were buying them at the same time. That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. But again, minion slots, as always, are definitely a very big deal. Especially if you don't have a ton of free time to play. Then minion slots are always a good idea. So I would highly recommend investing in some minions. Getting these guys up to like level 7 even. You can probably get each of them up to level 7 for like a mil or so per minion. But it's very worth it. And some of them will be cheaper than that. Some of them might be more expensive. Just depends. But it's definitely worth it. You know, unlocking more money per day is a very big deal. I think it was botted or macroed. Yikes. Alright, Howie, if you don't have time to stick around, it will be a VOD on the channel. So if you do want to see the VOD, then let me just go to my YouTube real quick. Yoink. For those of you that ever want to see VODs, voila. You go to my channel. Voila. And you can go to playlists. And there are, somewhere in here, past live streams right here. You can view the full playlist. And it will have my most recent live streams just chilling right here. So if you ever want to see the stream after it's happened, that is an option. Only gonna take like 10 minutes or so. Okay, so I might get through another profile. We'll try and wait till you come back. Maybe we do another freebie in between, and then once you're back, might be the strats. What else? How's Bestiary looking? Again, farming on Bestiary is something very easy to do that will get you closer to another million combat XP from Bestiary, so I highly recommend doing that for sure. For sure. And yeah, I mean, collections are looking really good, honestly. They don't matter too much in the early game, of course, because I mean, it's nice to craft stuff, but if you're unless you're on Iron Man, it doesn't really hinder you from doing anything. You can just buy it. So, excuse me, not the biggest priority, but if you want to go for it, it's not a bad idea either. And of course, you know, the farming ones kind of just happen passively as you're doing the garden stuff. So that's valid. Done a little bit of mage rep. Have we done any rift? No rift yet. So rift is always a good idea as well. That unlocks some more magical power. And there's a lot of money methods in rift as well. So if you ever end up wanting to do some money other than boost cookies, that's always an option. But we also have a lot of the essences just chilling around. Diamond and gold essence. So there are diamond and gold essence shops. Diamond Essence Shop is in the Crystal Nucleus, and the Gold Essence Shop is in the Royal Mines and the Dwarven Mines. So that would be a good idea to check in on those, for sure. And get those done, because there are some pretty nice perks in those shops, for sure. But yeah, I mean, we've definitely made a lot of progress in the mining gear. So, of course, the biggest thing to do right now would be getting that mithril powder up. And once you got that, of course, mining's going to make a ton of money. And as far as combat goes, again, I would highly recommend focusing on Slayers for the main course right now. And next, as far as investment goes, would definitely be trying to get up to about 1,000 magical power. That would be the best investment, I would say. And after that, you can go for E-Man 7. Try and get your hands on a Terminator. That is my recommendation for progression at the moment. But yo, we're gonna go with V because I can't pronounce words. Thank you for the sub, appreciate it, man. Again, if y'all haven't already, make sure to subscribe and check out the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. And we are gonna do a freebie real quick. We do have Howie's profile review to do. We'll wait till he gets back. But if you haven't already, make sure to read the pinned comment. We are doing reviews based on Nightbot randomly picking people, unless it's a donation review. So make sure to drop a comment in the chat if you haven't already in the last 5 minutes, because it will what's it called? It will time you out if you spam, so don't spam. But just send a message. That'll do it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. And in the meantime, stay hydrated, boys. Stay hydrated. Do. Bang. Yo, Tika, congratulations. What's your IGN, man? Congratulations. Do. Did lots of foraging in Agatha and Heart of the Forest 6, so trying to do catacombs and combat now. Yeah, for me, I personally focused on most of the other skills before I really got into dungeons. So that's not a bad way to do it, because by the time you get around to it, you're pretty leveled up as far as, you know, mining and defense and all that other stuff goes. So it's not a bad idea at all. I'm told from Wither there's 17 people on alpha. Hold up, is it the queue, or have they actually opened up the alpha? Because I know that... What is that skin? Never mind, he lied to me. Sounds right. Sounds about right. We gotta see it for ourselves now. SMH, 19 out of 0. Yeah, the queue... They left the queue open. But there's not an update on there. Well, this is a crazy skin, I'm not gonna lie. This is a crazy skin. But yeah, I know he lied. He do be like that. He do be like that. He do be trolling. He probably just didn't elaborate. That's usually what it is. It's the language barrier. Blame the language barrier. Alright, but let's see what we got. So we are combat 42, mining 60, farming 29, foraging 22, alchemy 21. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Level 209. Year-old profile, 3 bill net worth. We do have a little bit of glossy mineral chilling here. Got the jaded chest plate of Devon with quite a few perfects in there. And the helmet as well, perfects and recom. So looking good on the mining setup. Got the Shadow Assassin gear that we're running right now. Also a Spirit Shortbow. Spirit Shortbow is a very good bow to use until you get this guy, the Juju. Very, very nice. Wouldn't be a bad idea to put hot potato books first off. Definitely getting the stars is a big deal, but hot potato books would be #1, and also some soul eater levels is a very good idea as well. What is that skin? Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. Do I need to type my IG in or just chat regularly? You only have to chat, that's it.
Donated 15 Hong Kong
Yo.
dollars through super chat. Amagguy_Ruka.
All right, those in the chat for D, appreciate it. We'll have you up next if Howie's not back. If Howie is back by the time we're done with this profile, then we'll do his, because he did donate first, but he had to go AFK for a little bit. But if he's not back, then we'll do yours, and then we'll do his. But yeah. Can you make a video about money-making methods soon? I don't like to do videos on money-making methods too much, because they are generally outdated very, very quickly. That's why I try to do videos on progression and things like mining progression, because mining makes a lot of money, but you know, it's important to know what gear you want to have and stuff. So I like to do videos on how to get the good gear rather than how to do the methods, because generally speaking, methods are pretty straightforward. You just mine stuff. But yeah, don't question it. How can I watch the review back? You can just pull up the stream and then just, you know, rewind it. On YouTube, it's not like Twitch. You can just rewind the stream, you know, like go to the red bar and click wherever you want. So that'll work as well. Can you do a fishing progression guide? I do have a fishing progression guide out. there is one out. I made one when Bayou came out, which it's kind of a little bit wacky now because I think they changed some stuff with diver gear, but it's pretty much the same. Can you do an LCM guide? I'll probably do an LCM guide when I actually start playing LCM, but that's going to be a little bit. Like, I'll make a video talking about, like, or, like, showing me upgrading all my gear and stuff, but it's going to be a little bit. But anyways, we have 490 magical power, which, what was our gear again? We are running a Juju, so yeah, that's a good spot to be at. Pets-wise, we do have a G-Drag as well. Got the combat XP boost on it, of course. Good idea to be leveling that guy up. That is going to be a very nice pet. Generally, you don't see people get G-Drag before turn, but we are on an Iron Man. I didn't realize that. So we are on an Iron Man profile. So it does make sense to get a G-Drag early when you're playing Iron Man. We do have the 655 as well. It's going to help us make quite a bit of money right there. And also the auspicious Gemstone Gauntlet. We do have a good chunk of powder as well. So we've got all the Gemstone powder and Mithril powder that we really need. So, excuse me, pushing into Glacialite Tunnels, we are pretty much free to do. Excuse me, goodness. But we are cat at 26 as well, so we do not have an F7 comp yet. So let's see, what do we need for an F7 comp? I mean, we've really got the gear. It's just finding a party. It's probably harder as an Iron Man to find a good party to run with. But yo, Zal with the 750. Let's go.
Donated 750 Taiwan dollars through Super Chat.
Holy cow.
3,310.
That's pretty crazy. What in the world? Zai with the 750 W's. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very, very much. But yeah, we do have a couple of paid reviews coming in as well. But goodness, thank you so much. Absolute W's. Absolute W's in the chat. Holy cow. Goodness, goodness. Stay hydrated. I gotta hydrate for that one. But yeah, so we have like 3 paid reviews, so I will try and do yours as soon as possible. A little bit. Do yours as soon as possible. English is hard. Where were we? Dungeons. So yeah, cat of 26. So I mean, we're probably pretty set to get into F7. Main thing would be like finding the chest plate, probably. That'd probably be the hard part. But how we doing on Slayer? So we do have E-Man 6. Dang, E-Man 6. I imagine we've been getting carries. Maybe. 'Cause I didn't see Final Destination, unless we got Final Destination hiding somewhere, which is possible.
As a child, I yearned for the
but yo,
Gumby donated $2
let's
through
go.
Super Chat. Just wanted to test because I stopped getting XP.
Well, I appreciate the 2 GM. Thank you, bro. W's in the chat for GM. Let's go. Goodness. Thank you guys for all the donos. Holy cow. Holy cow. Absolute W's. But yeah, I've said this a lot today, of course. Minions are a very important thing. Rolando with the sub as well. Goodness. All the love right now. Actually crazy. But thank you so much for all the subs, all the donos. Again, if you are just now tuning in, please read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. But yeah, again, minions would be definitely a good thing to go for. Like, even just getting all the ones that you haven't unlocked yet that aren't Slayer related, you know, up to like level 4. And even these lower level ones that we don't have at level 4 yet. Like, that would get you at least 1, maybe 2 slots just from doing that. So, would highly recommend doing that for sure. 100%. Where are you from? I am from North Carolina in the United States of America. But we are also missing out on a little bit of farming bestiary, so this wouldn't be a bad idea to go for these. Just help you get a little closer to the next bestiary level. Wouldn't be a bad idea. I think we are going to have to do something here real quick before I forget. And let's see. I'm going to copy this text real fast. Boom, boom, boom. Voila. And do this. No more of these. Because I'm going to have to go in half an hour. So we got half an hour to get through all of our reviews and all of our freebies. That is the game plan. Boom, boom. Let's do this. Voila. Bang. All right. Anyways, where were we? Rifts. Let's do rifts. So we have a lot of progress in rift. Rift is definitely a good way to get some good magical power. So, of course, getting up to mountaintop would be a good idea to be able to get the last little bit of XP or last little bit of magical power. There is a talisman in mountaintop that you can get, so that would be a good idea to go for. But other than that, not too shabby. I mean, again, we are on Iron Man, so we gotta keep that in mind for sure. This is very good progress though. But yeah, I mean, you're pretty much set to start doing F7, I would say. Only thing that you may want to do is try and drop a Shadow Assassin chestplate, but other than that, Alpha is open for some reason. 17 out of 0, but you can join queue for some reason. It's almost like it's been like that since Wednesday. Bro is just now noticing. It's literally been like that since Wednesday, chat. Keck W. Keck W. Anyways, appreciate it. W review, or W profile, I mean, from Tika. Any questions or anything before we move on to the next one? Shouldn't have clicked out of that, but I did. Which the next one is going to be D's profile, because I don't believe Howitzer is back. So let's go ahead and get D's profile in, and then after that, oh, that's the wrong button. Lol. Yoink. After that one, we will have Zal's profile, and then we may do Howitzers, and then do freebies for the rest of the stream. Forever, how long I have, because we have 30 minutes. I do not have too much longer. But let's go ahead and do this. Yoink. Oh, that's the wrong button. First try. Pay to win. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So Ruka has level 282 on a year-old profile, 15 build net worth, combat 60, enchanting 60. So those are the skills we have maxed. And we do have, holy cow, look at this wardrobe. That is beautiful. We've got the Wither goggles with Sunset dyed and some Master Stars. We've got the Storm setup. The set, like this is the LCM Storm setup with Pastel Sky dyed. We have the Night skin on the Diamond Necron head. And the Necron setup with Skeleton Master Chestplate. No Master Stars on this, so it looks like we've been running LCM for a hot minute. Got the Hot Aurora setup. We got the Burning Crimson gear as well. And Final Destination, 17,000 kills on most of the setup. Magma Lord gear. Superior Dragon with chocolate dyed Superior. Oh, man. Chocolate dyed Superior. That one hurts me a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I didn't go for any raids, so I didn't try to drop any. But I did record a short showing how fast it sold out. So I'm going to try and have that out in the next day or two. But we also have the 5 Master Stars on the Terminator with Soul Eater 5 and Music Rune on it. Very nice. And we've got the Suspicious Estrella. And of course, Chimera 3, 5 Master Starred, Withered, Recommed, Dark Claymore. Very clean. Yo, Sood with the sub as well. I appreciate it. Again, if you are just now tuning in, make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. Drop a like on the stream. And smash the sub button. It helps out a lot. I forgot. Take the thing off of... I forgot to take the thing off of the stream. Let me turn this off so nobody does that. Because we aren't doing any more donos because I am out of time. I do be out of time. But let's see. What else we got? The Withered Daedalus Blade as well. Very clean. Very clean. How's the accessories looking? I'm going to have to refresh, aren't I? Yep. Expected. All right. 1248 magical power. Okay, not too shabby. They really need to add API for the... what are they called? Attributes, because I want to see that. We've got enrichments on crit damage, but we are missing 9 enrichments. So that would, of course, be a good thing to invest in at some point, for sure. Especially if it's on like the dungeon. If you get like the T6, or I think it has to be T7 Master Skull to be legendary, I want to say. Then the dungeonized accessories give way more stats in dungeons, of course. So yeah, like, I mean, it's not a ton. 1 crit damage becomes 5 crit damage. It's not that big of a deal, but it does help. It does help. But let's see what else we got. How's the pets looking? Oh my, we have the black cat pet skin. Okay, Howie's back. Got you. Okay, so Howie will be next, and then we have Zal's profile after that, and then it's all freebies. That's the plan. That's the plan. What else we got? Oh, this is a G-Drag skin. I didn't even recognize it. I'm gonna be honest. What skin even is this? That's a cool skin. But there's a level 200 G-Drag right there. Very nice. Got the Hermit Crab as well. Very clean. Very clean. Is this the plushie? Is that the plushie one? That might be the plushie one. As Iron Man, what should I get to Fiery first? Terror or Crimson? Probably Terror, just to do more Kudra, and then Crimson will be for when you go back and do Slayers. But generally, I would recommend just focusing on Terror for that. It's from the shop? Okay, gotcha. Very cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, that is the plushie one. Gotcha. Very nice, very nice. We got some stock of stonks. I need to check my investments on those, actually. Because I did bid yesterday. As far as mining goes, of course, powder grinding is a big deal. Once you're Heart of the Mountain 7, you want to take a little break and do some powder grinding before you push past that. Get like 20 mil gemstone and then 8 mil mithril, and then you can push from 7 to 10. And then you can start doing the gemstone powder grind. But that's just mining progression in a nutshell. Cat of 46 right now. I mean, you wouldn't know by the gear we've got. We do have 211 M7s at Cat of 46. Dang. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Bro is grinding. We got Zombie level 9, Spider level 9, Wolf 7, E-Man 7. So, not a bad idea to always, again, go back and progress these. But we're already Combat 60, so you don't really get a ton of boost from doing these, honestly. Wouldn't be a bad idea to do Vamp Slayer, though. Going back to Rift and doing that, because that'll let you progress to Mountaintop, and Mountaintop does have a talisman in it. So, that'd be a good idea. What should I do if I hate mining and farming? I mean, you're already doing dungeons. Dungeons makes plenty of money, I imagine. Like M5, M7, those should be making plenty. But if you're not worried about that part, I mean, fishing is an option, of course. Fishing can make a ton of money as well. Foraging wouldn't be a bad idea to progress, just to prepare for future updates. So, also not a bad option. Can use minions for mining? That's true, yeah. Snow minions are very good for mining XP. There's probably a better minion now, but back in the day you would use snow minions and get a ton of mining XP from that. But yeah. Again, if you are just now tuning in, please read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. We do have another 2 paid reviews after this one, and then we'll be doing freebies after that with whatever free time we have. Snow minions with diamond spreading? Yeah, that works. That works. We do have 27 total minion slots. We haven't crafted a glowstone minion yet, so that would be a good way to get access to some more slots. Gas minion as well. And of course, leveling up the foraging minions is pretty cheap. Because a lot of people saved up like all the materials, and then none of them were used in the new update, so they just kind of sold them on Bazaar and flooded the market. So, those are pretty cheap at the moment. At least last I checked, they should still be pretty cheap. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to do those. Fishing's not hard for me, but farming's really hard for me. Yeah, I mean, with farming, you really have to have a second monitor. That's the secret. Binge a show and farm in the meantime. That's really the secret. That's all that it is. That's all that it is. But let's see. Another good way to get some extra XP, at least Skywalk XP, would be to get these farming minions up. You don't really need it for the combat XP now, but if you want to level a minion, or not a minion, a pet, bestiary milestones are still important for that, so not a bad idea to do those. It takes like 2 minutes to max out those bestiaries. I think farming APIs or collection APIs are turned off, so awkward. But mushroom with rabbit pet, yeah, that's the best way to get farming XP. And of course, I mean, if you don't want to farm and you still want to get XP, you don't have to farm. You can literally just go to your garden like every hour. Your visitors reset or refill. So you can just go to your garden like every hour and just fill out the visitors and get farming XP that way. Just make sure you claim them with a rabbit pet, because that'll work too. That'll work too. Watching while blinding myself with ghosts is great. Good times, dude. Good times. But yeah, so you can do that. It's not a bad idea. It does take a while, of course, you know, I mean, depends on, it's very RNG based on whether you get legendary visitors or not, because a lot of the other visitors don't give a ton of XP. But I mean, any XP is XP, you know. XP do in fact be XP. So, but yeah, I mean, again, wouldn't be a bad idea. Even just to get the maxed out Rift Necklace to go for the Time Charms isn't a bad idea there. But other than that, I'd say those are the main things right now. Again, foraging isn't a bad thing to go for, because foraging will get updates in the future and hopefully make more money. So it's just a good idea to go ahead and progress foraging as far as you can, to be prepared for future updates. How do I get up to fiery level? So I do have videos that I made a long time ago. I apologize because the face cam was probably massive on them if it is the video I'm thinking of. But I do have a video showing all the ways that you can possibly get Barb reputation. I also have one for Mage reputation. So, and I think I have one for each of the quest lines as well. So you can go back and check out those videos, because there are some like hidden or more secretive ways to get some Barb rep every day. They usually don't give a ton, but there's like a couple ways you can get like 25 extra rep and like 10 and like 5 extra rep. So that would be a good idea. I don't do foraging because too laggy playing in 1.21. Fair enough. Fair enough. Good luck, A-Tan, dude. Good luck, man. But yeah, I think that is the gist. Is there any questions or anything before we move on, D? I believe that's the gist. We do have, so we've got 2 more paid reviews. Again, chat, we got 2 paid reviews after this, and then we'll do freebies for the rest of the stream, whatever free time I have left, which may be just enough for like 1 review. We shall see. We shall see. Rate 1 to 10 on a year-old profile, level 300. Like a year and a half old profile, level 300. Like this is pretty solid. I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9. I don't know what I would give a 10 though. Just keep that in mind. I don't even know what I would give a 10. Be like maxed out in a week for real. That's what it'd take for me to give a 10. All right, we got Howie's review up next. Let me actually copy. There we go. But yeah, W profile again. Thank you so much for the dono, D. Appreciate it. And Howie's, here we are. Let's see. I pressed enter already, did I not? Boom. And after this, we have Zal's profile. Yo, that is a fire skin. The Oni mask. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So we're level 335 on a 4-year-old profile, 15 bill net worth, combat 57, farming 60, mining 60, foraging 50, enchanting 60, carpentry 50, alchemy 50. Looking real clean up in here. Let's go ahead and start off with gear. Yo, already got a Sentinel Warden helmet skin on the Warden helmet. Got the Fiery Terror with what? Hold up. What dye? Red Tulip dyed. Pretty cool. Very, very nice. Yo, Shy with the sub as well. Appreciate it, man. Again, if you are just now tuning in, please read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews today. We do have 1 paid review after this one, and then we're doing freebies after that. That is the plan. Got 1.1k hours, and we're level 335. That's pretty awesome. And 15 bill net worth as well. Like that's a pretty big deal. That's pretty insane. We got the David's Cloak, got the Rift Necklace with 8 out of 8 time charms, so we have done our Rift progress. Got the Burning Terror and the Necron setup. We've got the Jaded Armor of Devon as well with full flawless. Mossy Fermento fully recommed. Got the Necrotic Wither Goggles and the Burning Aurora setup with the helmet chilling over here in the Fermento boots. Renowned Fiery Crimson, but it's chocolate dyed. Oh no. We got chocolate dyed 07s. Can I capture your soul next time? Got a cake soul? Yeah, next time I'm online. Feel free to visit me if you see me get online. Or just anytime on stream. I will do my best. If we're doing dungeons, it might be a little tougher to make happen. But as long as I'm not doing dungeons, I don't mind. My Terror was also chocolate dyed, but I swapped it. Ah, got you. Got the Thunder setup, Superior Dragon, and the Storm gear. Very nice. And here's the Fig setup too. Got some flawless citrines in there. What in the world? I guess we've been doing some dragon gambling. Is that what we've been doing? that what we're up to? Ah, Ripperoonies Midas. You hate to see it, man. You hate to see it. We do have double term as well. We got the Soul Eater term and the Duplex term. That's pretty clean. We've got the Giant Sword here and the Hyperion. And there's the Fabled Atom Split Katana as well. Looking real clean right now. Real clean. Top 200 in summons for dragons. That's kind of crazy. We'll have to check out this bestiary here in a minute. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild. 1400 magical power. Looking real clean. Again, enrichments are very important. I do point this out a lot. But yeah, enrichments are a big deal for sure. Very big deal. Would highly recommend doing some more of those for sure. But let's see how the pet's looking. 36 out of 78 unique pets, pretty clean. We do have the Ender Dragon. We do not have a G-Drag, so that would definitely be the next step for sure. I mean, generally I would recommend getting a G-Drag before 2 Terminators, 100%. But drops his own E-Drag right there. That makes sense. That makes sense. Very clean. Very clean. But yeah, how's the Dayblade? I didn't even look at that. So weird that it's a blade now, bro. So weird, but not too shabby. Had 3 legendaries and 5 epics at once. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Only a few AOTDs, real. Yeah, I mean, again, we got the setup here. Let me refresh so it actually shows things. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, we got the auspicious 655, of course. Powder grinding is always a big deal for sure. I would highly recommend doing gemstone powder first, because then you can get powder buff done a lot faster, and you can get the mining fortune and mining speed from those the gemstone powder perks, and that'll help you get through your mithril powder commissions a lot faster for sure. I don't mind at all. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. How's dungeons looking then? We do have Kata 31 right now. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So we do have the setups. But I guess we're waiting for G-Drag. That would make sense before we really get into master mode. Also done a bit of rifts. So wait a minute, this can't be right. It said you had 8 out of 8, right? Hold up, I dropped something. Yoink. It said you had 8 out of 8 on the what's it called? The rifts necklace, but we don't have a T4 comp. Can you do that? I guess that's an option. You can complete with level 3. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think I went for chestplate first. That's what I did. I went for chestplate and then I went for the time charm. But nowadays it's probably better to just go for the time charm, because you don't have to worry about doing the higher level rift stalker, and there's actually stuff to do after, like with mountaintop now. So don't wait to get G-Drag like me, level 401. True. G-Drag used for basically anything combat, pretty much. Yeah, there's not really... There's very few scenarios where something else is better. Only scenarios is Ender Dragon against Ender Mobs. That's pretty much the only time you want to use anything other than G-Drag. Yo, it's good, Luna. We're doing reviews today. Again, if you are just now tuning in, make sure to read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews. And we will have Zhao up next right after this one. Problem is I do dragons too much, so coins go down the drain. Well, now, I'm sure you saw, but nowadays, dragon pets drop a lot more often. So hopefully that will actually mean coins for you. But definitely would recommend unlocking some more minion slots, like glowstone and sand, sheep, rabbit. Like those would be really easy to do. Plenty of cheap minion upgrades you can do right here. So highly recommend doing that. Thank you, Koak. Appreciate it, bro. But let's see. How's bestiary looking? Yes, as always. Again, farming on bestiary, very easy. Just something chill to do at some point. And yeah, I mean, you could just go for combat 60 just with bestiaries is also an option. You know, it doesn't take too long. But of course, I would recommend doing slayers personally. 200 without a pet, dang. Gotta see the drag bestiary there. Oh yeah, I scrolled right past it. The doy. Let's see, where's the end at? Did I scroll past it already? I might have. I think I did. Yep, where's the end? Ender mobs right here. 3,000 dragon kills. What in tarnation? 3k dragons, 61k zealots. That is a lot of dragons. Hold up, I need to see this in perspective real quick. I gotta see this in perspective. I gotta see this in perspective. Over 2,000 of them were summoned myself. Hold up. How many do I have? I only have 1,000. I only got 1,000, and bro has 3 times my dragon kills. Holy cow. Holy cow, dude. Goodness sakes, man. My man is out here grinding. Fair enough. Fair enough. I respect it. Let me close that one out. Good grief. 3,000 dragon kills. All right. So yeah, I mean, of course, I think you've got the gear once you get G-Drag, of course. Once you get G-Drag, you'll definitely be able to do Infernal Kudra. So would highly recommend grinding out the mage rep in advance for that, because having to wait for it is just painful. If you get the gear and then you've got all the gear set up and it's just waiting on the rep, it hurts. It's very painful. But yeah, looking good, man. I mean, again, wouldn't be a bad idea to go back and do some Enigma Souls for some XP or something if you wanted to for Rifts, and like getting the T5 Vampire comp as well as an option just for some Skyblock XP. But other than Skyblock XP, there's not really too much to do right there. But yeah, very clean. And yeah, 3,000 dragon kills is crazy. It's wild that 3,000 dragon kills doesn't get you to combat 60. You would think dragons would give more combat XP than that, but I guess they just give like mainly rune crafting XP. Which is really interesting. But yeah, 2,100 summons. That's pretty crazy. Rate this profile 1 out of 10. I mean, we got to rate the dragon kills an 11, right? Got to rate the dragon kills an 11. And I'd give the rest 9 out of 10. Just because we don't have G-Drag. That would be the main thing. But yeah. Currently at number 192 in summons. That's pretty awesome, dude. That is pretty crazy. All right. W profile from Mr. Hauser. Again, thank you guys for all the donos today. We still have a Zal's profile to do. Let me do that one real quick. Again, thank you, Zal, for our biggest donation of the day. Absolute legend. And thank you for your patience. I'm sorry it took us so long. We had it so backed up. We had so much backed up. So after this one, we will be doing one free review is the plan. That's probably all we're going to have time for. But we will have a free review. But yeah, W profile. Let's see what we got. We have level 324 on a 4-year-old profile with 10 build net worth, combat 60, mining 60, enchanting 60, carpentry 50. Looking good, looking good. Let's start off with gear, shall we? We do have the Mossy Fermento setup, fully recommed. Looking real clean right there. Very, very clean. But let's see what else we got. The Rooted Lotus setup as well. A 1.2k visitors done. The visitor grind is so annoying, man. 10,000 for max Skywalk XP from it is so painful. But we got the Glossy Mineral setup as well as the Armor of Devon. Very nice. Fully recommed on both, or not recommed on this, but jaded on everything. And fully recommed and perfected jaded Armor of Devon. We also got the Golden Necron head and Skeleton Mask chestplate with the Necron leggings and boots, Maxor boots. Got the Goldor setup with perfect tier 13 chestplate and the Reaper mask. Wither goggles with Storm. Chocolate dyed, by the way. Chocolate dyed Storm. Painful. Got the Final Destination gear. Got the Spooky setup. Got the Shark Scale. Salmon. Shadow Assassin. And the Fig. As well as a couple other sets over here. Very nice. We do have the Hasty Last Breath here. The Duplex Term. And the heroic Hyperion, as well as a withered Atom Split Katana, and the Dayblade. Looking pretty solid, dude. We're looking pretty good right now. There's the Halberd of the Shredded, by the way. I love Halberd. Halberd, my goat. My goat. One thing, of course, generally on Last Breath, you're going to want to put at least Duplex 1, just so it guaranteed shoots an extra arrow, because that'll just make your debuff easier. So always put Duplex 1 on a Last Breath. That's generally the case. So definitely want to do that. But we are at 1.1k magical power. Not too shabby. Again, enrichments are always a big deal, so this wouldn't be a bad thing to invest in at some point. But we do have 20 out of 27, so not looking too shabby. Pets-wise, we got the Hedgehog up in here. We do have a G-Drag that we're leveling as well. He's up to 89 right now. Getting him close to 100 where he starts giving actual stats. Also got a Mushroom Cow with the skin on it. Purple skin. I don't know the exact name of it, but that's a cool looking skin. I like it. Yo, Tornado with a sub as well. Appreciate it, man. Again, if you are just now tuning in, make sure to drop a like on the stream. Smash the sub button. And read the pinned comment for how we're doing our reviews. We have one free review after this is the plan. That is the plan. But let's see what else we got. We do have the Squeaky Mouse Mat. That is such a goofy skin for that. That is such a goofy skin. I love that. How's the skills looking? Pretty solid on the powder. Not too shabby. And we do, of course, have the 655 up in here with the powder coating on it, by the way. Very nice. Very, very nice. How's Dungeons looking? I'm going to have to refresh. Yep. What do we got? Nani? Is the API bugging out all of a sudden? Am I going to have to look in game? That'd be kind of awkward. I'd rather not do that. I would rather not do that. Or is my internet just bugging out? My internet should be fine, in theory. I think we're okay. I think we're good. Anyways, yo, what's good, Miz? How's it going, bro? 10 bill net worth is crazy. It's pretty awesome. I'm very Confucian. Reload. I've been reloading. It's like the third time I'm reloading right now. Is SkyCrypt having issues? It was having issues yesterday. I couldn't use it yesterday. I'd use Badlion. Well, chat, we might have to look in game. Here, I'm gonna load up Badlion and see. Might be what we have to do. Yo, what's good, Lunar? How's it going, bro? What's up? What's up? Can I look at like anything else? Is it just like I just looked at accessories and now it's just not working on it? All right, here, let me see. Let's see. Should I sell my pet sheepskin? Might be the strats. Might be the strats. All right, here we go. Let's see. /PV. This. Boom, boom. All right, let's see dungeons. But I mean, I would wait for it, honestly. Me personally, if it was me, I would wait. Even if you wait just like a month, it'll probably double in price, D. Okay, here we go. So we are Kata 38, Mage 30 right now. We have done some M3s and nearly 500 F7s as well, so not looking too shabby. We've got a little bit of crop milestones done and things like that. I think I can see Bestiary in here, maybe. But yeah, there's the inventory stuff, collections and minions. Okay, so we haven't done our rabbit pets, or rabbit minion, I mean. So there's definitely a little bit of minions that we could do here, but nothing too crazy. Okay, Magma Cube, Blaze. Some of these combat ones we could definitely level up for pretty cheap, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to do those for sure. So would definitely recommend doing that. Clay minion, maybe the Rift minion. So things like that wouldn't be a bad idea to do at all. Let's see, museum stuff's not looking too shabby either. And there is all of the diamond, or not the diamond, all the trophy fish. So not looking too bad on these either. Wouldn't be a bad idea to go for silver. It doesn't take too long to get, but that's just a little talisman upgrade to do. Doesn't take too long. But yeah, we'll be doing one more profile review after this one. That's the plan. But let's see, magical power. We got 1,086 magical power. I think I saw that already. And yeah, what was the weapons again? I wish the API would work. Why can't the API just work, please? Why can't it just work? It's bugging me out now. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, main things to do, I would say, would probably be going for foraging. And, what was it? Slayers. Slayers is always a good idea, leveling up some Slayers. But yeah, foraging progression is a good idea to go for just because there will be some future updates added to that. So it's not a bad idea to do those. But yeah, level 324 is nothing to scoff at for sure. We're looking real good. Looking real good up in here. But yeah, as far as non-combat things go, I'd say foraging is the main thing. And combat-wise, Slayers and Kata levels, of course, are always a good idea to go for. 100%. 100%. Where can I find the Crimson Isle guide? So just look up like Barb Rep guide on my channel, and it should, like, to be determined Barb Rep guide, and it should pop up. That should be the best way to find it. But yeah, I think that's everything. I'm sorry, the API broke, so it kind of messed up my train of thought. But that would be my main recommendations. Okay, here we go. API is working again. All right, I should be fine then. I should be chilling. Let's close that so we don't have audio. Aha. Okay, yay. That was so weird. But yeah, minions, bestiary. Yep, so mushroom cow bestiary wouldn't be a bad idea to go for because you're actually very close to another bestiary milestone. So that would help with leveling up the G-Drag. Getting that extra million XP would definitely be a good idea for that. So that's not a bad idea for little things to do. Oh, don't bug out on me again. Okay. And yeah, I mean, actually going for rep also isn't a bad idea. So we're at 1500 rep, but we do have a hype. So like going for like the infernal sets would kind of be a good step as the next thing to do combat wise. So doing the rep grind would be definitely a good idea. But yay, the API is back. That is double use. But yeah, very clean profile from Zhao. Is that everything? Before we move on to the next one, I want to make sure because, again, W dono from Zhao. I appreciate it. And W donos from everyone. Thank you guys so much for all the donos today. We do have one more review that we're doing after this. But I probably got to make it quick because I really got to go. So let's go ahead and choose one. If y'all haven't already, make sure to type. If you haven't typed in the last 5 minutes, send one message. Do not spam. But again, thank you guys for all the donos. Absolute legends. It is freebie time, though. It is time for a freebie. Give everybody like a solid 1-2 seconds. There we go. Bang. Master Creeper. Congratulations. What's your IGN, dude? Congratulations. Do. Is he still here? That is the question. Is he still here? Does he know? I don't know if he knows. We are at 30 seconds. If your name has a bunch of numbers in it, it might not send it through YouTube. YouTube blocks things that have a bunch of numbers in them because it thinks it's spam. So just say hi if you're still here, and then we'll figure out how to get your name sent. He might not still be here, chat. I think he's gone. 4, 3, 2, 1. 07s. He's gone, boys. All right. Reroll time. 07s. Boom. Pig. Congratulations. I don't know. Pronunciations are hard. What's your IGN, sir? Same as YouTube. All right, cool. Boom. Yoink. Bang. There we go. There we are. Oh. I probably put a space at the start. It's usually what happens. There it is. There it is. All right, what do we have here? Level 281. This is our last review of the day right now. Let me do this. Last review right now. Bang. Boom. Last review right now. Boom. All right, so level 281. And we have 7 bill net worth on a 6-year-old profile. We are currently combat 58, taming 53, enchanting 60, forging 38, alchemy 40, fishing 22, and farming 25. Not too bad, not too bad. We have a warden helmet. Let me refresh so it actually shows stuff. M7 after. I gotta go after. I'm going deer hunting after. So, 07s. We do have the Necron set up, 4 Master Stars, 2 Master Stars, and no Master Stars. Chocolate dyed boots. What kind of bet did we lose for that? What kind of bet? Did you get the new sheepskin? I did not. I did not get any of the sheepskins. I wasn't trying to. I made a short, or I recorded a short. I haven't edited it yet. But there will be a short coming out in the next couple days showing how fast they sold out, because it was actually hilarious. We got hot Aurora gear up in here. Very nice. The Fabled Giant Sword. Soul Eater 5 Hasty Term. Not bad at all. And the Heroic Hyperion with 1 Master Star as well. And there's the Fabled Dayblade. Very clean, very clean. Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. If I'm doing F7 with Shadow Assassin, do I use Greg as an archer with Juju? I mean, if you have a G-Drag, yeah. I can't remember if you had one or not, but yeah. For sure. That is the best combat, or that is the best best weapon, or best pet for archer and melee damage. Unless you're doing like fighting ender mobs, then Ender Dragon is better. But that's the only scenario where that happens. Why is it the last one? Because I gotta go deer hunting after this. But we have 828 magic power. I would recommend getting this up a little bit. I usually recommend having 1,000 before you go for a Hyperion. But we are leveling the G-Drag right now, so I would definitely say save up the bank account first, because having the bill bank for G-Drag would be way more important than having more magical power. 100%. 100%. What mod to use for the reviews? So we are on a website right now. We are on Skycrypt online right now. So that is what we use, but sometimes I review in-game with Bad Lion Klein. So that is that. But what else we got? We do have the Giant Sword English. We already looked at all that stuff. Let's keep moving on. Maybe I'm gonna have to refresh. Never mind, we're good. We do have the Gemstone Gauntlets. We've done a little bit of powder grinding, so I would definitely recommend, since we have progressed to Glaciite powder already, I would recommend going back and doing Gemstone powder. You generally want to get like 20 mil Gemstone and 1 mil Mithril. I have a sheep and a full Diana on backpack 16 and got one in the vault. Yo, hold up, let's look at this. Hold up. Personal vaults. Beautiful. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. And then backpack 16 is that, let's see, which one? So this is this one? There we go. Holy cow. Yeah, my man is out here vibing. He do be out here vibing. Good grief. We kind of chilling with that. Cat at 39. Okay, so we've done a pretty solid amount of progress. Not too shabby. Definitely want to get more Master Stars before going too much further. Because, I mean, we're at M5 now, right? Yeah, so generally you want to have a good chunk of Master Stars, like at least like 3 Master Stars while you're doing, like before you move up to M6. On like your all your gear you want 3 Master Stars. And then you go for M6 and you get 4 before you move up to M7, and then you get 5 in M7. Generally the strats. Best money making method right now, most people are doing Blaze. If you can do like, there's a skip you can do with Blaze that makes you get like 15 to 20 second bosses. So if you can do that skip, it's pretty crazy, but you have to be like level 500 plus or something and have like a ton of damage. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Should definitely look at the trophy fish for the stream ends. Let's see. I don't know. I really got to go. I really do. Maybe next time we're in VC, I'll check out the trophy fish. Perhaps. We'll see what's going on. But the minion slots definitely would be a good idea to get some more minions. Would definitely be a good idea to work on the minion slots a little bit. Do some cave spiders up. creepers, skeleton, zombie, like these should all be pretty cheap to get up to 11. And of course the foraging minions. So again, minions are definitely a big deal, especially if you don't have a ton of play time. Like a ton of time to play would be a good idea. On the lemon and peach profile, got you. Late mid game, I mean, Blades is still really good to do, but hunting is really good as well. Which hunting Burning Souls, which is kind of also part of the reason that Blaze Slayer makes so much money, because you can do that while doing Blaze Slayer. So that's also a good idea, doing some Burning Soul hunting. But we do have Farming Island Bestiary done. Very nice, very nice. Collections, we won't worry about. Crimson Isle stuff, I'm going to have to refresh for. There it is. We do have 6.5k Mage Rep. Not too shabby. I mean, of course, getting that up at some point is always a good idea to be doing your Mage Rep every day, just so that whenever you want to, you can eventually go for Infernal comp and stuff, but I would definitely recommend doing that. We do have 4.5k mode saved up. Are we going for a Prism? Is that the strats right now? This music is copyrighted. I wrote the music, but I don't like copyright strike people for using it. So if you want to use it in like background music in a video or something like that, feel free. Credit is appreciated, but not necessary. But yeah. Guessed it. All right, going for Prism. Yeah, that'll definitely make some moolah. That would definitely help with the magical power investment for sure right there. But yeah, man, very nice profile. Not looking bad at all. Again, I do recommend progressing foraging as much as you can just in preparation for the next foraging island. But you're in a really good spot. For level 281, like honestly looking at your gear and stuff, I would have assumed this profile was like level 380 or 400. So not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. My man do be out here cooking. But yeah, any questions or anything before we move on? Because I do gotta go. Any ideas that I should get Burning Crimson or... any idea that should I get Burning Crimson or Magical Power first? So... let's see. How's the... so we don't have Crimson at all yet. It really just depends. Because you don't need Burning Crimson for Kudra. And you don't need it for... you don't need it for dungeons either. So if you want to prioritize Slayers, then probably go for the Crimson. But if you want to prioritize Dungeons or Kudra, go for the Magical Power. So it's just whichever path there you want to go. But yo, Naya with a sub as well. I appreciate it. Not yet trying to scope one off of AH. Got you. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for everybody tuning in right here at the end, but if you guys didn't get a review today, don't worry. We do have a Discord linked in the description. If you join that and go into the Reacts channel, you can get the Skyblocker role, and that will give you access to the progression advice channel where myself or somebody else can help you out with whatever progression questions you have and just tell you what your best options are. So make sure to check that out. There's a link to that in the description. And thank you guys so much for watching. I should be doing this again next week, perhaps. It's kind of iffy. Again, Saturdays are a little crazy for me. So as you can see, I gotta go. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. And I will see you in the next one. Have an amazing rest of your day. And God bless.